Hello students, welcome to the online session for the subject of industrial safety. So this is basically a postgraduate course subject. This is generally for the students of structural engineering and mechanical engineering. So yes, we have already started the syllabus of the industrial safety. We have completed the module number 1 and module number 2. We are now in the module number 3. So in this module, all the things that are related to the wear and tear, causes of the wear and tear, lubrications that is being discussed in this module number 3 of the subject of industrial safety. So let's proceed with the our session. So basically, in previous lecture we have discussed the wears and effect of the wear, and now in this session we are going to discuss the methods that can improve the wear. Wear improving methods, some practices by adopting which we can try to reduce the occurrence of the wear. We can reduce the percentage of the occurrence of the wear so that we can increase the design life of the equipment or the methods machine, sorry. So these all the methods will be discussed in this session. First is, yes. So what is now mainly here? First is, let us see that what is how it is being used and what is improved lubrication. So basically, the lubricating the parts of the machine with the help of the correct grade oil and the correct grade grease is termed as the improved lubrication method. By doing this practice, by providing or applying the correct grade of oil and the grease to the machine parts, we are improving the lubrication. And this whole practice is termed as the improved lubrication method. We all know that the a film is being provided between the two surfaces, which prevents the direct contact of the surface. Okay, so by providing the thin film, the smoothness on the surface will be increased and the metal will not come in direct contact with each other, and as a result of this they will not collide with each other, they will not abrade with each other, and as a result of this the roughness on the surface of the two mating surface will be lesser. If the roughness is lesser, then the smoothness will be the more, and more the smoothness on the surface of the working machine, lesser will be the wear on it, and lesser on the wear on it, the more will be its design life. So this is how the lubrication means applying the lubrication will improve the quality of the machine. Okay, we all know that lubricants are applied, and it lubricant will also contain some particles uh, that can be produced because of the some contacts between the two surface. So by some abrasion between the two surface, small particles can get released from the surfaces and they can enter into the uh, oil film. So such kind of oil film is also harmful to the machine because it will again cause collision, because between the two surface there is a small particles which is also in contact with both the surface. So when the particle is in both the surface, then it will cause abrasion to the surface. The surface will get rough and the wear will be the more. So the only thing that is being required is to replace that oil, that old oil with the new oil, and as a result of this the particles that is present in this oil will get replaced. The first method is to increase the hardness of the surface. If the surface is harder, then it will be have more capacity to resist the load and it will be lesser get abraded. The wear of the hard surface is lesser. So it is necessary that the machine should have a hard surface as per the requirement, as per the usage, as per the work. So as a result, wear can be reduced. Improve the surface finishing. The surface finishing of the machine should be increased. Means we can say that surface finish is a standard to measure the standard of the material. Means how good the surface is, how the good the material will be. So by reducing the surface roughness, the smoothness of the machine will be increased, and more the smoother, the more will be the comfortable, the more easier will be the machine will work when the surface is smoother. So the wear or the smooth surface which very much lesser, and as a result of this, the life design life of the machine will be increased. Surface treatment. So surface treatment is very much necessary in order to resist the load that is being caused because of the many actions, because of the atmosphere, because of the daily working of the machine. So yes, the proper surface treatment should be done in order to reduce the abrasion. Okay, and the main method is of the surface treatment is by applying the layer of chromium on the surface. So as a result of this, the surface will be hard, it will be protected from the corrosion, and it will resist the extra load. The next method for the surface treatment will be the corrosion. It means galvanization. So by galvanizing, the corrosion will get prevented. It will the galvanization will prevent the entry of the corrosion, and as a result of this, there will be no voids found in the pipe or any other equipment, and as a result, the design life will be increased. Protection of the surface from the dirt means we need to prevent the entry of the dust particles from the atmosphere into the machine. So the only thing that is by proper designing of the machine and to make a suitable cover. A proper suitable cover is required to be provided to the periphery so that the dust particles and dust from the outside do not enter into the machine. Dots are having some dimensions, and if they enter in between the two surfaces, then definitely an impression will be caused by both the surface. The inner surface will get rough, and as a result of this, the wearing will take place, and the warning out can also take place. So proper remedial method should be undertaken to prevent the entry of the dirt and the dust particles from the atmosphere into the machine. Maintenance for the proper clearance. So we all know that if the clearance between the surfaces increase, then there will be the loss of motion, there will be the loss of motion and loss of the power. And if the clearance between the two surfaces is lesser, then the more will be the contact of the two surfaces. And as a result of this, the wearing weight will get increased, the warning out of the machine will take place. So the only thing that is required to be done is to maintain the clearance. An optimum clearance is required to be maintained by any suitable or special devices so that the clearance will be maintained, and as a result there will be no extra contact and no loss of the motion. So by doing so, the wearing of the surface the machine can be prevented, the design life can be raised. Prevention of the overloading. We all know that between the two surfaces in the machine there will be a film of the oil, and over that surface the loading will be occurring. So when the two surface having the film in between is overloaded, and the film will get come out of it, it will not remain at its place, and as a result the two surface will come in contact with each other. They will work on connection with each other, and more will be the wearing, and as a result of this the warning out of the overall machine will takes place. So it is necessary that the machine should never be overloaded. The loading of the machine should not be exceeded beyond its design. Control on the atmosphere. We all know that atmosphere contains moistures, dust, dirt, toxic particles, dust of the that is being produced in the manufacturing. So when a when machine part comes in contact with the atmosphere, its function definitely get affected, and the productivity and the efficiency will get reduced. So in order to prevent those demerits that is being caused by the atmosphere, the uh, the atmosphere should be in control. Elimination of the wear. There are many methods with the help of this the elimination can be reduced. We can say that elimination of the wear can takes place, but complete elimination, or you can say that reduction of the wear can takes place, but the complete elimination will never take place. Reduction can be taken place by the following methods, that is by proper designing, proper lubrication, timely lubrication, planning of the machine, proper planning of the machine, and implementing the maintenance work. Maintenance work should be done properly. So by doing these things, the reduction in the wear can also takes place. But if the operation is carried out in absence of the um, you can say that preventive measures, then there is less chance of the prevention of the wear. So to prevent the abrasion, following steps are required to be taken. That is, select a suitable material. That is the perfect material that is being required. Machine parts should have a good surface finishes. Proper surface treatment should be done. Use of the minimum number of the parts having simple design should be done. Reduction in the sliding pair with the roller pair should be done. Obtain the automatic maintain facility should be made. So this is how the wearing reduction can take place. So this is Professor Akash R. Sutar, and you are in the online session for the subject of industrial safety. See you in the next session. Thank you for the attending my session. Thank you.
So, students, thank you for attending the session. Uh, Here, this is ending of the session. At the end of the session, the uh, uh, this PDF is attached to the session. The PDF will be in the form of a link. On clicking on this link, you will be getting a PDF, and there you will be getting the questions regarding our session, or this session. So do find the link which will be given in the description of this video, and by doing so you can have the you can get to know how what kind of question can be asked in the exam. uh, what are the type of question, what are the types of the MCQs that can come, what are the short questions that can come, what are the brief questions that can come. So by this, to have an exercise of such type of question, I have attached the MCQ. Sorry, this it's as an kind of assignment sheet, or a kind of a quiz is being added in the link. So do find the link, and to find the questions, try to solve it. And by solving it, your skill regarding the questions of industrial safety will get increased, and you can come to know, come to know that what kind of questions can be asked in the exam. Yes, do find the link that is given below it. And yes, you can ask the questions through mail, or any kind of, you can send me your questions, you can send me your doubts. I will try to solve it. So do find it, and thanks for attending this session. This online session is very much useful for distance education. So it will be very much helpful for me. Sorry, but it has got many help to the other students also. So yes, these sessions are very much helpful. Attend this session, grab knowledge, and thank you for attending my session. This is Professor Akash Sutar. Jai Hind.